The Po' Boy Pundits podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Po' Boy Pundits with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the political headlines that grab our attention and all those little jerks that infuriate us.
We, again, completely understand what happened with the storm.
Oh, yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, you more so than me, but yeah.
Been there, done that.
I still remember when, like, Theta came through here, and it was like the storm passed by in, like, maybe 2 hours.
Right.
But, like, everybody was without power for 5 days.
And this thing, like, hung out over everything, and it gained steam as it got on land, which shouldn't happen, and that's because the military apparently can manipulate a storm,
right,
to stay a storm.
Right, at the apparently, like, at the president or vice president's bidding.
Correct, and they also controlled the direction of it to wipe out red states.
Right, which is, I guess, because there's so many other blue states in the South that it diverted away from.
All of them.
It's like the
you don't get to a blue state for like
no
states. Like
yeah,
in either direction.
Not even like I mean maybe Virginia you could but that's kind of purple. But
Yeah, but I mean that would be Colorado.
Right, but
in the other direction. So
I mean, and then depending on how they vote this year, I mean, you might be able to. But again, that's only in presidential elections.
Correct.
Georgia being blue, but
so at any rate, that's what apparently is happening now, and I can't believe how much traction it has.
It's so stupid.
Like just across social media, and I'm surprised the national media hasn't said anything.
So we can't put a person on Mars, but we can control the weather.
And it all goes back to a patent that was filed in the 30s for seeding the
cloud seeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go back to that time. People filed patents for flying cars.
Right.
I don't see any of those around.
No.
No.
That doesn't.
God damn.
So then, yes. So then.
I thought some of my students were stupid.
No, these are adults.
Right. Yeah.
Like
grown ass people.
Right. Like with YouTube videos and shit. Like.
And it doesn't like what should be occurring to these people is going, oh my God, that's why they passed the infrastructure bill.
Right.
All these, what's the city in North Carolina?
Nashville?
Yeah, that's like cut off from the world now.
Correct. That's infrastructure.
Like physically, yeah. And then you see these other, like these towns that got washed away because nobody's done anything to protect their waterways for
that broke.
Was like TVA.
Yeah, that dam was put together
1930s.
Yeah.
Had to be.
That's like tape and bubble gum. Of course it's going to. Well, nobody expect the storm of the century. Bruh. Come on, man. That's what infrastructure, man. You got to be adjusting all the time.
Well, I mean, but it took. I mean, again, like you said, you've experienced it. I've been down here long enough. I've heard like every fucking story about it. I mean, but it took Katrina to expose the weaknesses in the levees. And because and of course everybody blamed the Army Corps of Engineers, the city and the state weren't calling them in to check on the shit.
Red state. So if you look at this, if a state's red and the government, they're siphoning that money somewhere else.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's blue or red, or it doesn't matter, but it's getting siphoned away. Like those $1 billion you get for streets. If anybody's driven in New Orleans, all the streets are terrible. But if that's the trade-off for having the levees and flood barriers working,
sure,
cool.
And
I'm okay with it.
And in these other areas, it'd be like, okay, I mean, they're spending it, but they're repaving their interstates for like the 10th time in a row.
Right.
When it's like you got these small towns that haven't had even somebody put a new rivet in these old ass bridges.
Right.
Since the early 1900s.
And was it Obama, maybe before him, where like the bridges of the United States were an issue?
Yeah. I recall Clinton talking about them.
Okay, so it's been talked about.
Yeah.
And made a big deal, but yes.
Well, you're talking about. Other than the Crescent City, like Huey Long Bridge.
Yeah.
Hadn't been touched since they did those last renovations, since Huey Long fucking built the bridge in the 1930s.
The one to Slidell, same thing.
Yeah.
When Katrina completely, literally lifted the fucking thing up and put it somewhere else. It's like, fuck you. And the causeway, too.
You won't be needing this.
Yeah, nope, trust me, you're going to be stuck here, because New Orleans was cut off from the world. Anyway, back to this. So all of that is going on, and you've got a substantial part of the country. Oh wait, I got to the best part. Lithium and black rock. What is black rock, by the way? Is that what the conspiracy people like to?
Wait, so I'm assuming they're not referencing the slave ship from Lost.
No. Although if they were, it would be fucking.
Are they talking about like the mercenary group from the Iraq War? And what's the lithium part about it?
So lithium batteries.
Yeah.
So, apparently, let me try to put this into a coherent thing. So they've been trying to get a permit or something to dig up the lithium.
Yeah.
But the people didn't want to sell. They didn't want to give up their thing. So BlackRock had the government adjust and build this storm to wipe out all those houses so that BlackRock can come in and take all the lithium and control the world.
Okay. BlackRock is a multinational investment company.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is a risk management and fixed income institutional asset manager.
So this is that is
I wonder
the people running everything.
I want to know what their subsidiaries are.
Oh, bruh. I don't know why them, but probably George Soros.
Yeah,
if I had to guess. But okay, so that's a thing.
I think it's Larry Fink is like a donor. I think.
Well.
But yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
Like and all the thing, and there have been, and these are humans talking about this, and then all the comments under it.
Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, is affiliated with the Democratic Party.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's it. Solved.
So
done.
So yes. So let me get this straight. Bear with me. Obama and Hillary Clinton and George Soros
and Larry Fink
are running the world, funded by Larry Fink, running the world in a child sex trafficking corporation.
Right.
That eats babies.
Right. Blood libel. They drink the blood of babies.
Right.
Because it's it's pure and keeps them alive. So they're vampires as well.
And then they have BlackRock do its bidding.
Sure.
To control the weather.
I wouldn't doubt it if they had rougarous in the swamps of Florida stir up the...
Okay.
A rougarou, for you all who are unfamiliar, is the Bigfoot of the swamps.
For the uninitiated.
The Sasquatch in the swamps.
Correct. So I thought that nuking a hurricane was like, that was it. You can't, that's it.
You can't get any dumber about weather.
That is it. The banger to end all bangers, no one can ever talk about a hurricane again. And these motherfuckers went, here, hold this beer real quick. I've got motherfucking BlackRock and seeding of clouds and directional hurricanes and then they bitch about funds being withheld and Biden not visiting earlier, but Trump was there hiding behind a wall.
Yeah.
You know, maybe because Trump is a private citizen and he doesn't have to work.
And, you know, and not having to deal with the rest of the world on fire.
Correct.
Which we'll get to, but yeah.
And, you know, working to get aid to the people that need it.
And is also, yeah, I mean, is also pretty much an invalid now, so yeah.
So even the governor was like, yes, he called me. It's all good. We told him, chill out. We got this. We'll go through the federal channels. A GOP governor.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know, and usually, like, the last thing you need when you're trying to coordinate relief efforts is the president with the Secret Service flying in to some airport that doesn't have power.
And then trying to secure an area that is already a fucking disaster zone. And, like, bringing your general to the trenches.
Yeah.
In war. Like, you just don't do that.
No. And it causes more of a distraction than anything.
Right.
And and of course, somebody might go like, "What about Bush and Katrina?" Like, but that was like a month after.
Yeah,
like,
he took a helicopter. No, I thought Obama was a president.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. According to some of the MAGA people that Jordan Klepper, interviewed, Obama was on vacation during Katrina.
I think he might have been.
He could have been.
Yeah.
When he was a private fucking citizen.
So God, I can't believe that there were. So at any rate,
also mind you, every major corporation in this country that has worked in league with the government to develop and do something, everybody knows. I mean, everybody knew what Dow Chemical was working on in World War II and the Vietnam War. It wasn't like, well, what's this napalm stuff? People were like.
No, you haven't been over there? That's why we have got veterans now.
The Rand Corporation had leaks all over the place. David Ellsberg was the most famous one. But it's like, no, in the highest society, nobody can keep a fucking secret.
No.
So
it goes back to the thing of like, oh, you think the government's doing this. So like more than 3 people are in on it and you expect them to all keep a secret?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking hundreds of thousands of people inside this conspiracy, and every single one of them do? It
always reminds me of like, or way back during the OJ trial, Dana Carvey doing a bit. And he was like, so there's like now we're to believe there's this conspiracy against OJ, and like one day somebody was like, framing OJ, you in?
Right. Like, what's the inception point of this? Like, who goes like? Do these evil people have a lair?
Well, and that it's NORAD.
Oh, right, it is NORAD.
But even too with the lithium argument, the government has right of way.
Correct.
They can go in and take your land whenever they fucking want it.
Ask Texas about that. Trust me, because they know. Right. They know.
Yeah, or any Western state, like
correct.
Talk to if there's anybody still alive around Los Alamos, like there was whole communities there, and the government goes, well,
chop chop,
yeah, out, and then the ones they didn't tell, like, oh yeah, by the way, we're dropping a deadly nuclear bomb.
Yeah, exactly. So,
by the way, don't drink the water for 1,000 years.
Don't go near the place. Yeah, and they're like. So if you could be out of here shortly, if not, well.
And that was the immediate surroundings. The people in the fallout area weren't told.
Nope. It's like here.
Good God. Yeah. But yeah, no, we're not clever enough. The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Po' Boy Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.